And then also in February 14th, Valentine's Day, we're going to do a show with a farmer here that raises chickens and eggs on the island. And we're going to be doing breakfast at the PA Club. I think it's going to start like 8 o'clock and it's going to run to 11. And I think that's going to be like $8 a ticket and all you can eat breakfast. How can you beat that? Happy Valentine's Day. Bring your honey down to PA Club and have some breakfast. And we're gonna do a cooking show down there too. So we get to, you get to be on TV. We do the cooking show, and you get a nice breakfast. The PapaTucks and the egg guy's gonna cook. Nice, huh? Yep. That's getting about done. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a fork, and I'm gonna finish stirring this in. We're gonna stir this into the mix, okay? I'm gonna wait maybe another minute. All right. Now. It's been about 4 minutes, and I'm going to let this go one more minute, and I'm going to finish stirring that warm water and yeast with a fork. Now, I got my pizza sauce all done, okay? And if you remember some of my previous shows, I made a pasta sauce, okay? This is leftover pasta sauce PapaTucks took out of the freezer to make pizza. Yeehaw! How can you beat that? These pizzas are going to end up costing about $3 a piece. Now, go on down to the pizza place and buy $30 for 2 pizzas or $45 for 2 pizzas if you want to. Can't beat these pizzas in your kitchen. So, and it really doesn't take that long to make it. All right, this has been 5 minutes. I'm going to stir this in now, just to get the yeast all stirred in. Okay, we want that yeast dissolved in there. Look at that. Just finish stirring it up a little bit. Break that yeast right up into that warm water. And all you want to do is mix it up real good. And I can't really show you this because I dump it all over the place. If I was in a glass bowl, I could show you, but that's no big deal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix our dough mix right into this. And I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Okay. No big deal. Just mix it up a little bit. And I'm going to dump it right in this. Going to dump it right into that warm water, just like that. Okay? And then, we're going to throw this into my new KitchenAid. Put it right in here like this. Just like that. And we're going to put the mixing hook on here, okay? So, and this is so simple. These KitchenAids are so nice. All you do is put this baby in here like this and lock it in. You bring it down. Okay, and let me show you. You bring that down and you lock your lever forward. Then you go back to the other side, okay, and you just put this onto a slow mix. We're going to put it on stir, just like that. We're going to stir this for about a minute. Look at that baby work. Yeehaw! We're making pizza dough in PapaTucks Kitchen. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this all mixed up. It's going to stir it all together, make a big ball. It's actually going to form a ball, okay, on your mixing hook. And we're going to take this off, and we're going to put our dough hook on. It's our dough hook, and we're going to put that on the same way. These things clean up so nice, too. These guys have really got it together down there at KitchenAid. All you do is rinse this thing off. I mean, you can't beat these things. These are awesome. We'll get that dough mix in there. Look at that. Look at that. I'll show you what this looks like in a minute. You got to let this mix for about a minute. We're going to let that mix for about a minute. And then we take and, like I said, we put our dough hook on, and we're going to go about 10 minutes. Okay? And then I'll show you what to do after 10 minutes with it. We put a little bit of green olive oil into the glass bowl and mix the dough in there so it's all covered on the outside edges. And then we're going to cover that. You can cover it with a plastic wrap, okay? Or you can cover it with a towel. And usually takes 75 degrees, 70 to 75 degrees in the house to get this to rise nice. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it here in a minute. We're good here. I'm going to turn this off and get the other hook on here. Okay, so now I'm going to lift this baby up just like this and just take my hook off. Just like that. And the only thing I'm going to do now, look at that. Look at that. It falls right off there. I'm going to put my dough right back in here. Just like that. Look at that. Oh my God, does that ever smell good for dough? Get all that right back in there. And I'm going to put my hook on now. No big deal. Just push it in, lock it in place, put it down, lock it, and we're going to turn this on low on the dough hook. And this hook is going to work for about 10 minutes mixing this up, okay? It's going to make a nice little ball, and then I'll show you what we do with it after that. Isn't that nice? So like I was just saying, what I'm going to do, right now in fact I'm going to do it, is I'm going to warm my oven up to about 150 degrees, okay? After my oven gets up to about 150 degrees, I'm going to turn it off, and I'm actually going to open the door, let it cool back down a little bit, and then I'll take my dough when it's ready, and in my bowl, and I'll cover it, and I'll put it right into the oven. So let me turn this oven on, and make sure the kids don't have any leftover cookies in there. And they don't, so I'm going to put this on to about 150, okay? And just let it come up to temperature. And then my baby a ding to me over here, my stove will, and I'll turn it right off. Like I said, I'll turn it right off. We got that thing right now. And bake. When that comes up to temperature, I'll turn that stove right off. Oh my God, is that dough forming up a nice ball? We'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Now we got this KitchenAid running on a medium speed. Remember that. And this medium speed is making our dough. And what we're after here within 10 minutes is the dough will actually have a little shine to it. It'll be a little glossy. And then I'll show you what to do with that as soon as we get it to that point. All right, now I want to look at that little bit. Oh yeah, that baby's starting to get up there really nice. I like it. I want to tell you something about these KitchenAids. I was at a customer's house. Little old lady, very, very nice people, very nice people. We got to talking about the KitchenAid actually, and she said she's been using one as long as she can remember, and it's the same one. Tell me they don't last. These things, I'm telling you, these things are awesome. These things are awesome. Well, we're just about ready now. Going to take this dough out. I'm going to give it probably another 4 minutes, and my oven just got up to temperature, so I'm going to turn that right off, and it can start cooling. So let me turn that right off. And I'm going to open that door just a little bit so it starts cooling. And we'll take this off in another 3 minutes. We'll take this right out. Now I'll show you this ball of dough. Yeah, we got pizza dough. Let me turn this off. I'll show you what she looks like. Look at that. I'll kick this baby back. Look at that. Now let's unlock this. Look at that. I love it. You take this hook off of here. Look how easy that comes off of there. Oh my God, does that baby look good? Let me show you what it looks like. In there is our pizza dough ball. Look at this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to make this into a ball. Just about like that. No big deal. And I'm going to take my olive oil now and I'm going to put a little bit, I'm using the same glass bowl. I just rinsed it out a little bit, okay? I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil and I'm going to put it right in there like that. Not a lot, just a dab, okay? And all we're after is coating the outside of this. So I'm going to take and I'm going to roll this around a little bit in here. Just like that. Just like that. Look at that. Okay? And I'm going to take my top and put on this and put it in the oven. And we're going to let this rise for about an hour and a half. About an hour and a half in that oven. Okay? And if it's 75 degrees in your kitchen, you don't need an oven. 70, 75, whatever. But it's not. It's winter time here. And this is a perfect time of year to be making homemade pizza. Now, my oven came up to temperature. I turned it off. I put that in the center rack. And that's going right in there for an hour and a half, and it's going to rise right up. And I'll show you that very shortly, what it's going to look like. All right. It's been an hour and a half. I took my dough out and I put it on a plate so you can see it. But this is what it looks like when it's all rose up. And this came from the KitchenAid. This is our dough. So what we'll do with this, we're going to make 2 pizzas with this. All right. And I'm going to cut this right in half. I'm going to cut this right in half. Just like this. Just like that. Look at that. And we're going to make us up a dough. We're going to make our pizza crust. See how you form it? Just make it round. No big deal. We're going to form it to the plate.